When I walked into Woodbury High School, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about the staff and students I was going to meet. You possibly can't imagine the rage I felt when my mom told me we were moving to another city, especially as this was my senior year in high school. My first reaction was to try to explain to my parents why moving was such a terrible idea. After all the memories I had made with wonderful people at my former school, I played soccer and I was involved in a couple of clubs already. The thing is, even though South High is a great school, it's becoming more and more rough by the day with riots and fights. My parents didn't want their kids to keep living in that hostile environment. I personally didn't fancy my younger sisters growing up in the city, so I made the ultimate sacrifice and accepted to switch school my senior year. I knew that kids here would have known each other all their lives, so I wouldn't be able to fit in anywhere at all. After my first week, I didn't want to be here. As a matter of fact, I hated it. I came home one day after school really tired and fed up. I knew I had to figure out what my problem was. After serious contemplation, I eventually realized that what held me back was the thought that there was a possibility of me going back to my old friends. Once I came to terms with the fact that I was here to stay, my approach to this school completely changed. I opened up and met some kids who encouraged me to come to some of the football games. I joined a club called Junior States of America. I met a lot of students there and they were like my little family. If there's one thing I've learned throughout these life experiences, is that if you want to be recognized, you have to speak up. You have to go out of your comfort zone, adapt, and actually try to talk to people. If I just sat in my little corner and made myself an introvert, I wouldn't have had half the fun or the opportunities I had. To conclude these, I leave you with a quote from Charles Dickens. Pause, you who read this, and think for a moment of the long chain of iron or gold, thorns or flowers, that would never have bound you, but for the formation of the first link on one memorable day. I hope this quote inspires you as it did me, not to be bound by anything or anyone, but rather strive to put yourself out there and make your presence be felt wherever you go.